Hi, it's Martin and welcome to another video on my Knit365 YouTube channel. Today's video is a project vlog and it's a crochet vlog for all of you crochet lovers out there, and it's a Toft crochet project vlog. We are going to be making Ava the ladybird. Now, if you've watched my August month end, you'll know that I hadn't started it. It's the same day that I recorded my month end, so it's Monday the 29th. Although now I'm thinking about it, as I'm talking to you doing this introduction, I think I might have said in that video it was Sunday the 29th. It's bank holiday Monday in the UK anyway, and I think I'm getting my Mondays and my Sundays confused. But it's Monday the 29th of August, and the deadline for this project is the 5th of September. So I'm really cutting it fine. But the fact that I'm cutting it fine, I think, is what's going to make this a more interesting video. So we are making Ava the ladybird, as I said, and this is the summer competition from Toft, and this year's summer contest is Ed's Happy Places. Now last year I made the bees, Nancy and Drew, and then we had to take a photo of our bees out and about in the wild. This year is all about happy places, so we make a ladybird and then we take a photograph of the ladybird in one of our happy places, and we share love and positivity across Instagram and Facebook, and then the winner gets the winning photo will receive a goodie bag. But actually it isn't just the winning, it's the seeing the inspiration and all of the wonderful ladybirds that are out there. So we're going to be making Ava, and what I thought I would do, as I'm now on a clock, is I thought I would time myself and see how quickly or not I can make a ladybird and get this done, and this will be next week's video. That's the plan. The instructions on the pattern say it takes 1 to 5 hours, so we will see. I don't think I'm the quickest crocheter because I am a knitter who crochets, so what I thought I would do is I'll try and have a continuous stopwatch. I think I can have a stopwatch on my phone. As long as I don't close the app down, I don't think it will reset. So every time I do a bit of crochet on this now this week, I can try and get the stopwatch going. That's my plan. If not, I'll try and write down how long it takes me. But I'm adding a little bit of peril to it with the stopwatch to kind of inspire myself to get going and take part. So I did show this off in one of my month-end videos. So we've got the little Ed's Happy Places sticker. And in the package, I chose orange yarn. I say Mark chose orange yarn instead of doing a traditional red ladybug. There were 9 on here that you could choose from. There's kind of your more traditional reddy and black spotted ladybug. This is the orange one with all the little white spots. I'm not sure how many spots I'm going to do. The amount of spots is probably going to be dictated by how long it takes me to make this and whether I'm stress crocheting, because we've got plans next weekend, so I need to do this week. So I've got an orange yarn, and then the standard black and cream. And with all of the Ed's insects, they also come, when you buy a kit, they come with safety eyes. So I've also got 2 safety eyes. They kind of give a bit more of a bug-like impression rather than just a sewn-on eye. So that's the plan. I'm going to speed crochet my way through. So this video obviously will not be a live video. I'm not going to crochet it and film all of it. I will show you bits of it and the construction. I think we make a top shell and a bottom shell, then we stuff it and we sew that together. Then we add wings, the legs, and I think some antenna. I'm not really sure, but I'll show you the various points as we go. So this is probably going to be more of a podette than a full-on podcast, but nonetheless, it's a project video where we're going to go from yarn to finished object. So maybe this is the thumbnail. Let's get going. It's now Tuesday. I think this is going to be one of those videos. I didn't do any crafting yesterday after I recorded that introduction. I met a friend for a walk, and then we went for a walk, and then I'm just getting in the car. I met Mark on the bay, and we had a couple of drinks, and then we went for a curry. And that was kind of my Sunday. Monday. This bank holiday's really thrown me out. So yeah, by the time I got home, it was 10 to 9. I'd had a few gin and tonics and a bottle of wine in the Indian. Feel fine this morning. And yeah, so I didn't do any crafting. So it is now Tuesday. I've kind of lost a day. That's okay. I have my crochet. I'm going to see if I can have a lunch hour. I've got a really, really busy day at work today, but I'm going to then try and take a proper break because I've got meetings most of the morning. So even if I only have half an hour while I eat a sandwich, I can start Ava. So we'll go and get that stopwatch started. Okay, I found a flaw in my plan because I use my iPhone to film, and I've also started my stopwatch on my iPhone because I would usually have my iPhone with me if I was out and about. So I'm on my iPad now filming because I finished the first bit. So if the quality of the video changes a little bit throughout, you know, some of this is on my iPad because I'm not sure the front-facing camera on my iPhone, on my iPad is better than my iPhone, if that makes sense. Anyway, I have just done 20 minutes and 26 seconds. So I finished the head. So, yeah, there's the head, and we've changed to the body colour, which I'm guessing makes it easier for us to sew on because you'll hide the sewing line. If this was all black and we were trying to sew this onto an orange body, you might see the stitches through. I've done my usual though. It tells me to do one more round of decreases, but I haven't done that, and I always leave the final round, so I've left an extra long length because I've got slightly bigger fingers, and I know I've got to put the safety eyes on, I've got to put the stuffing in, so I feel like leaving one row to go means I've got a bit more space, and I can put some stuffing in, I can do the eyes, I've got a bit more room to get my fingers in, and then I'll do the final row and then the sewing up. So I've done the head, and that's all I'm going to get time to do today, but so far on the counter we're on 20 minutes. So I'm not sure, as I said, it was 1 to 5 hours on the pattern. I'm definitely not going to do this in 1 hour if I've got to do the body, the wings, the shell. There's a lot of still to do, and I've only got 40 minutes left, but who knows, we will see. I need to go and do some work now. I've just had a quick lunch. I haven't finished my sandwich, so I'm going to finish my sandwich, and yeah, I'll film a little bit more later on tonight. So it's still Tuesday, so I will do a bit more, but progress has been made. So I've stopped the clock, I made the body and I made the bottom, but I then went on to do the next bit of the pattern, and the next bit says working in shell colour, and I was like, oh, hang on a minute now, because this is in the shell colour. Check the pattern again, made them wrong. So I've undone the bottom. I'm now undoing the body because these should have been in black. So the timing is on 1 hour and 4. Obviously the point of this video is how quickly can Martin crochet a ladybird. I thought about undoing the time, but then that would be not the point of the video because I obviously need to include that dead time. So I'm currently now undoing to restart. It's 10 to 7, I need to get going because I now need to do the next 2 bits in black. No one wants to crochet in the dark. So I've got my trusty cameraman. Say hi. Hi. Because I can't use my phone because of my timer. So I'm going to restart and start the timer from 1 hour and 4 and get these 2 bits done before it gets dark out. What a treat. Okay, this is a bit of a spoiler. I've got reading glasses. I've got old eyes. When you see me on my monthly roundups, I usually do them in the morning, so I've got my glasses on. But I usually wear contact lenses, like, every day. And I've discovered that as I'm getting a bit older, as the optician said, well, you are over 40. I now need readers. If it's dark or it's dark wool, so now I'm back to black, I was like, I can't see, I need my readers. So we are now on 1 hour 36. I can't remember what we were just on, but we're on 1 hour 36, and I've remade the body and the base. So at some point, these two are going to get attached and stuffed. We've put some centralizers on, so I think I've shown these off before. So this is the Toft centralizer subscription. So this year's is pollinators. So we've got Annabelle the butterfly and Nancy the bee. And the next quarters is on its way. I had a dispatch note today, and I wonder if the next quarter may be a ladybird, because they're all pollinators. Ladybirds all your pollinators, wouldn't they? Anyway, I've now finished the base and the body, and now I get to switch to the shell colour. So I'm now going to make 2 shells. I won't finish this tonight, because after the shells, I've got to do 2 wings, some spots, head markings, and a headpiece. Do they not have legs? Yeah, they do have legs, don't they? I don't know where the legs are. Ah, further down after sewing up. Antennae and legs. Oh, I'm definitely not finishing this tonight. Right, anyway, on with the timer. Good morning, good morning. It is now Saturday, the 3rd of September. I still haven't finished Ava, but she's nearly finished. I'll show you in a minute. I've got all the parts. I finished her in the week, but I needed to sew up. And because we're sewing up mostly in black, my little old eyes, I can't be doing that in the night times. So it's early morning. Mark is awake. I'm the early riser. He usually sleeps till like 10. It's 7:45 and he's now awake, interrupting my quiet crochet time. I know. But we're now at the sewing up stage. I keep looking there because the bits are there. I'll show you in a minute what we've got. So I'm now going to sew up all the bits, and the closing date for the photo is tomorrow, and I've decided what my photo is going to be. So more on that in a moment. But for now, I'm going to have a sip, without dropping the camera, a sip of coffee. And do a bit of quiet sewing up. I'm sorry, my finger just came onto the screen then. Badly angled camera. Right, I've laid all my bits out to make sure I hadn't missed anything. The upside down pattern book from Mark's jumper. It's still on the go.
I found this on the web.
Be quiet, Siri. So there's my bits of wool. Right, these are the bits, these are the side bits that are going to go on his head as like a marking. So we've got 2 of those, and then this is the top bit, I think, that's going to go on his head. Obviously his head, you've seen, looks a bit like a black strawberry. Done his head, 2 wings. I really enjoy doing the wings because I like using lots of different stitch techniques, because all the Toft pattern is DK, is a double crochet, and these use half trebles, trebles, and double trebles, I think they're called. UK terms, obviously. So done those. 2 spots, so I decided to do a 2-spot ladybirds. We've got the 2 spots, and they're going to go on the shell. So the shell is made like a circle, and then I've seen in the pattern we're going to fold them in half and crochet along. So then the spots are going to sit on there. And then we've got the body and the bottom. So I think these 2 bits are going to get crocheted together. And the eyes, obviously. So I've got all my bits. There's loads of bits that I still need to do, like the antennae and the legs, but apparently you do those directly onto the body when we're finished. So I'm going to go and grab some stuff in and then get going and start the timer again, obviously. okay, we have tipped into the 4-hour mark. So we're on 4 hours 8. I have stuffed and made the body. We've added the shell. I've left the back open because the wings are going to go in there. And I've just made the head with the safety eyes. So as I said a bit earlier on, I didn't finish the round. The pattern tells you to get down to a certain number of stitches, but that was way too small for me to be fiddling around because I've got bigger fingers. So I put the safety eyes in, I then stuffed it, and then I did the final 2 rounds. You just saw me use, I've got a big bag of ends. I've got another 2 bags like this, and some nice projects, like all of my dolls, I use proper stuffing, but little things like this, the ends are great, especially with dark wool where you're definitely not going to see. So we're just on 4 hours and 10, and I'm on the last bit. I'm definitely on the home straight. I reckon another hour and I'll be done. If I can get it under 5 hours, that'll be amazing. So yeah, right. I think I'm attaching the head to the body next. She's finished. No spoiler yet, obviously. I'm going to make you wait and find out how long she took and what she looks like. I've got an idea for what the final photo is going to be. So I'm going to go and gather some props, and then we will style the final picture. And now it's the end of the video. That's a wrap. So I'll pop a picture on screen in a moment of my finished submission, but I decided that I had quite a few happy places. With Mark, obviously, with the kids, family, at the theatre, seeing Wicked. But I decided that as a knitter and a crocheter, I love knitting and crochet. But one of the happiest things is taking a ball of wool and making a finished object, because then you get warmth and joy from the thing that you've made. And I then settled on grabbing some previous makes and styling Ava around those. So I grabbed the Serengeti hat that I made from last year's Toft Knit Along, and I made the matching Serengeti mittens. I have a scarf that I can't remember the name of it, but if you hop back on previous, I think this was in 2020. I think this should probably be the thumbnail of the previous video if you want to know more about this one. But this was a simple sort of shawl scarf that I made. All of these are Toft patterns, and this had mosaic knitting, which is super cute. I loved doing that one. And then I've got my Pathways scarf, which I'm not getting out because it's really long. And there's definitely a video about this, including a podette, problem with Pathways, when I made a huge mistake, had to undo loads of it and kind of restart half of it again. So this is another mosaic pattern down the middle, but this was a scarf that you went back and forth. It's like over 300 stitches, rather than a scarf where you're doing, say 20 stitches and you go lengthways. This went widthways. It was crazy. So I've kind of styled a photo, put in Ava with my finished makes, and I'm going to pop that on screen now. And I think that's my favourite one, of her cute little face. But then there's another photo that I do like, so I'll pop that on screen now as well. And if you follow me on Instagram, go and head over there, because I think I put 5 or 6 photos on my grid. But in terms of my finished little bug, here she is. So she's just super funky. So obviously we've got the orange shell, and I've tacked these down because these, you folded back the shell and then inserted the wings up. But one of them was slightly curling, so I've just tacked them down slightly and then cut the ends off. But I love her. Such a quick little make. We'll reveal the time in a moment. 2 spotted, because I was kind of running out of time, but actually the 2 spotted orange was one of the official ladybirds in the pattern. So there's the markings on the side of her face, and these lovely little antennae. I did make that black bit that looked like the white bit, and I didn't need that. At the beginning of the pattern, there is like a pick list for the things you need to make for your chosen design. And obviously I didn't check that in the beginning because earlier in the video you saw I made a mistake and I crocheted the body in orange and I had to restart, in orange, and I had to restart and do it in black. Double check your pattern, folks. So I made that little black bit and I didn't need it. Antennae are then added straight onto the head, and the legs are added straight onto the body, which I love as a little improvement on the Nancy the bees. And I'm not sure whether this is like a new thought from Kerry into how you can design little legs, but Nancy's legs we made separately, we sewed them together, then we sewed them on. These are crocheted directly onto the body, so I really loved that adaptation from last year's bug. But she's super cute. I love her little face. And she's going to live on the drinks bar with the bees from last year. So there we go. That is my finished Ava the ladybird. Anyone want to guess then? So obviously I said at the beginning, this video isn't in live. Otherwise it would be a really long video. And I know knitting and crochet is a slow craft, but it would be really slow if you watched me crochet this in real time. So anyone want to guess? Anyone below 4 hours? I can't remember what you've already seen. Anyone above 4 hours? A few of you? Anyone above 5 hours? What do you reckon? So the pattern says 1 to 5 hours, and I think I was a bit slower because I was stopping and starting all the time and doing it in the evenings and all that kind of stuff. But the big reveal, so we were 4 hours, 49 and 28 seconds. So under the 5 hours, and that's great. And I do think I would be a bit quicker. Like I can do a bird in a day, the whole bird from start to finish. On my non-work Monday, when I've done some of my 12 birds of Christmas, I've been able to do a bird a day. So I think if you just sit down and you're crocheting it all as you go, it would be a lot quicker than me starting like I did 20 minutes in my lunch hour. Then I did the shell wrong, so I didn't make as much progress. I'd been a bit quicker if I hadn't made the shell twice, or the body twice. But I think, you know, that was a great time. I'm really happy with that. Under 5 hours shows that actually lots of these amigurumi patterns are really accessible and they're really great quick makes. So I'd love to know if you took part in this year's summer competition. If you did, and you have Instagram, tag me in your post so that I can have a look. I've been looking through some of the hashtag pictures, and I honestly don't know how Kerry judges some of these when they do photo competitions, because there are so many amazing Avas out there. So yeah, that'll be fun to see who wins the goodie bag. But as I said at the beginning, it's not about the winning. It's kind of the process of going through, and, you know, it's a few new skills for me. I've never done something like this with a shell where we folded bits in half and then crocheted them together. So I've really enjoyed doing this. And this is probably a podette. You know, we're definitely not near the hour. I think we're going to come in about 45 minutes is probably my guess. Just under 45 minutes is my guess based on the bits that I've edited so far. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me on this very unexpected and whirlwind video where we made Ava. Ava now joins my menagerie, and I'm glad that I did it, because I talked in my month-end video last week that I wasn't sure I was going to do Ava. I didn't have time. I had lots of other projects. Newsflash, I already have a finished object for this month. Which is great. I finished something, it's blocking. So it's been fine. I've been, you know, I was worried I was going to run out of time with all the things I wanted to get done this month. But I'm super glad that Ava got to join me. And I got to try and think creatively. And that's what I like about some of these photo competitions and the Ed's Imaginist competition, because it's about trying to think creatively and kind of come up with your own styling and ideas. With Ava, the Imaginist is your own pattern. I'm really worried about Imaginists. It's currently the 4th of September, it's Sunday. I haven't even started. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I was going to get the nieces to help me, and the summer holidays have flown by. They're back to school this week. I have no idea. So I'm hoping there's another Toft video coming in September with my imagine this entry, but we will see. So I'm going to leave this video there from me and Ava. If you've liked this, give it a thumbs up. And if you don't subscribe, click that subscribe button. It's free for you to join my channel and doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me to grow my community. And we're nearly at 6,000 subscribers. Mental. There's going to be a lot of knitting content coming up in the next month because of the Stephen West mystery knit along, but there will absolutely be some crochet content coming for you crochet lovers out there. So I'm going to leave it there from me and Ava. We will see you again soon. So until we speak again, happy crafting.